The member for Solomon.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker, and the member for Canberra. That was a very impressive list of talented women, so hats off to you for getting them all through in that 5 minutes. Madam Deputy Speaker, I rise today to put some facts on the table about the Palmerston Hospital. There's been some controversy this week while I've been here, and the Labor candidate has suggested that I don't support the Palmerston Hospital, which is an absolute mistruth, because I've always been a strong advocate for the Palmerston Hospital. There was also some mistruth saying that the Northern Territory has scrapped the idea of the Palmerston Hospital. This is nothing further from the truth. The truth is that the Northern Territory government has said that it wants to put in place some proper planning, which the previous Labor government actually didn't do. The scoping study that the Northern Territory government is proposing is to make sure that we have good health services for the next 30 to 40 years for the people of Palmerston, but also the Darwin residents and also the greater Darwin area with the rural community growing at an enormous pace. Now, when the country Liberals actually proposed the hospital in 2008, the Labor government described the plan as a cruel hoax, which is really quite interesting, because now I heard on radio that the Labor candidate's out saying that it's only Labor that can deliver Palmerston Hospital, and saying that $70 million that was proposed under the Labor government is now off the table. The previous Health Minister, Convis Scalis, was on radio saying that he secured the $70 million and now that's gone. And the Labor candidate for the seat of Solomon, he's on the airwaves saying that he's secured the $70 million and that's all gone. Well, and they're saying that the coalition has not put forward any money. Well, nothing could be further from the truth, Madam Deputy Speaker, because the $70 million was planned and is allocated under the Hospitals and Health Fund. As far as I'm aware, the $70 million is there. What the Labor candidate is not talking about is the fact that Labor left the Territory in $5.5 billion worth of debt. The previous Labor government in the Northern Territory was saying that the Palmerston Health Health and Hospital was a priority for them. However, in May 2011, they secured the $70 million. They had until August 2012. All they had achieved is erecting a fence around the block that is the proposed plan or proposed home for the hospital. They went at a bullet a gate, and while the community it says that it needs some facilities there, there was a real lack of planning on where it should go and what facilities it should provide. There was some talk that it was going to provide a 24-hour emergency services, and then they weren't going to provide 24-hour emergency services. They were going to provide birthing suites, and they weren't going to provide a birthing suite. The fact is, there was absolute confusion, and the Palmerston community weren't sure whether they were what they were going to get. But under a country Liberals government, they're going to be very clear about what it is that they are going to get. And it's not going to be something that's going to be rushed in. I mean, the country Liberals were always planning on having a hospital that was going to grow with the community, because Palmerston is the fastest growing electorate, or fastest growing city in Australia. So we need to make sure that we're thinking strategically, and we're going to provide the best health services for the people of Darwin, Palmerston and the rural area. Now, I also want to make it very clear that the Coalition understands how important it is that we provide very good hospital services and health services to Territorians, and they'll be doing everything that they can to support the new Northern Territory government to make sure that we provide the best opportunities for Territorians, to make sure that they are well looked after, not just now, not just short term, but in the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years. You can be assured that we'll be doing it responsibly, not going around spending money willy-nilly like the Labor government did, but the $70 million is not at
Order,
risk.
the honourable member's
Thank you,
time
Madam.
has expired.